What's going on, YouTube? Fish fam, salt fam, reefers, family, friends. I love you guys. Just wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a couple weeks since I put out a video. Nothing's really changed with the tank. I got a few extra corals I threw in there. It's been a rough last week. Had a death at my work. One of my coworkers was killed. Don't want to talk about how, but it happened. Just want to say rest in peace to Sergio Cruz. We are devastated that we have lost you, and we are doing everything we can to make sure your family's okay. And we love you, brother, and you'll be in our thoughts and prayers. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm devastated. I didn't think it would hit me that hard, but over the last couple days, I just can't stop thinking about you and your family. So, if I had anything to say to anybody about life, is just to live it to its fullest. Treat those around you the way you want to be treated, and just live now, man. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm horrible at talking about stuff like this, but just live life now, man, and any day could be our day. So think about that, and enjoy life and those around you, especially your family. So, to my family, I love you. To the reefing community, I love you too. Fish fam, I love you guys. And everybody else I'm forgetting, I love you too, man. Even my enemies. So, let's get on to the reef tank. I'm shooting this video. Lights are dimming down on the, what is it, the Reefing Art lens kit. I have the Coral View lens kit. I seen this come out. It's got 5 lenses, fancy little case. The lenses are 15K, 20K, which is the yellow, 15K is the orange. Comes with the anti-glare lens, macro lens, a 50-50 lens, which is half white or half clear, half yellow, and then a 50-50 lens, half clear, half orange. This way you can mix and match the yellow and the orange, and they actually have swivels on them, so you could turn the lens without unscrewing them from the actual clip. And it comes in handy if you're just trying to shoot straight white videos without having to take the clip off. The clip itself has a larger opening for different styles of cameras on cell phones. This is being shot on a cell phone. I don't have funds for a nice camera or the time to take the videos off the camera and download them to the computer. And I mean, I know it's not that much time, but all my videos are edited on my phone, so I wish I had more time, but really it seems like I don't have enough time in the day to do what I need to do to begin with, let alone have another task to throw in there, but that's another story. So as far as the fish tank goes, I did add a few new pieces, and everything is doing fine except for the A-cans. So something in my tank is eating the A-cans, specifically the red rainbow, the inferno, and the green one. There's a couple more. These ones in the center are doing okay. The one on the back there is not doing so well. So these front 3 in the center, I gave them a coral dip about an hour ago. I was dipping up some green star polyps, 40 polyps of zoas. If anybody knows what these are, let me know. I thought they were fire and ice. These are solid blue centers with orangish red skirts. When they close up, they look kind of gold. I thought they were fire and ice, but then again, I thought these ones were fire and ice, so who knows. Calypso, real quick, you were asking what those were. Those are goblins on fire, I believe. A couple videos ago, you can see the beautiful coralline algae starting to really take off on all the rocks. Keep in mind, just three and a half months ago, this rock was white, dry, dead rock. So I attribute the growth of the coralline and all the life on it. I contribute that to probably Dr. Tim's Waste Away and Refresh, really getting into that rock, letting it leach out all the junk that was in there that gave me my dino issues. So real quick, let's talk about what I just added. So I added the green star polyps. Did not even mean to buy that or any corals. This 40 polyp of zoas, and then right back there, still a little bit pissed off, he just got dipped about an hour ago and put in the tank, is a mint chip blasto. Pretty good pickup. I got all three for a pretty good price. Don't want to talk about the price, but another piece I added in probably 4 or 5 days ago is these red mushrooms. They're super bright. Like I said, the lights are dimming down now, so you're not really getting the true brightness of them. And this is a Yuma. It's an Inferno Yuma. Now I had the mother from this guy was the mother from the Infernos that I had in my 150 gallon tank. They were huge, bigger than my hand. Great grower. They got like a purple skin with orange bounce polyps and a green mouth. Great piece. I was happy to go visit Hector, who gave me the original Yumas, the Inferno Yumas from him. He still has his, and he had more babies, so I picked another one of these up from him. And I was actually surprised to see that all the mothers that he had, the originals, from the ones I got before, they were all bouncing out on him. So maybe this one will start bouncing out and get big and fill up this little back corner over here. Other than that, all the zoas are continuing to grow. Some grow faster than others. Some are about the same size. I know those goblins on fire down there. I almost lost all of them, and then I did a water change and they bounced back, and now they're probably a couple more polyps than were on there originally. The pink zippers, I think that's what those ones are. Those are taking off really well. Come on, focus. There you go. Got the anti-glare lens. Those Fruit Loops, they weren't doing so hot. I thought I was going to lose them. Now I see 8 polyps on there. The Rastas are getting more polyps. Everything's doing well except for the acans, so unsure what's going on with that. Thinking maybe something might be irritating them. I did find a spider in my sump trapped in my bio brick. I still have not taken him out, so I need to get him out of there maybe tomorrow afternoon. The torch back there kept getting knocked over, so he's pissed off, plus lights are ramping down. The digitata down there that I thought was burnt and gone is now starting to regain his polyps and color. I moved him down to the sand. I'm going to slowly move him up. Right there, that little white spot in front of the, what is that, a freaking zombie snail, Nazareth snail. Right there was the mind-blowing pallies, the blue ones. They came loose from just getting pecked on by the hermits. So I tucked on the loose ones behind those red purple people eaters. They are still alive. I just kind of wedged them in there to see if they'll attach to the rock naturally. You know how it works with glue and mushrooms and zoas. They'll hold on for a couple days and then they'll release, flying around the tank. The plate coral has been acting funny style for the last 4 or 5 days, since the last water change. So I'm not sure if it just doesn't like that water, whatever trace elements are in that water. He was up here in the front next to the Bowsers. I did move him back a little bit, and today I just pushed him over a little bit more, so maybe he's still reacclimating to the intensity of the light. I need to push him around and see where he likes it best. I might throw him back there in that little cove next to the purple people eaters. But overall, everything's doing well. You can see the purple monsters are doing well. The rainbow hornets are doing well. The Krakatoas actually have another new baby on there. Bowsers are doing fine. The jawbreaker is the same. Grape coral's all the same. The green, neon greenish yellow octospawn is really starting to fluff up. Seems to have found its spot and is acclimated to the light and flow of the tank. These guys look good during the day, but when the lights start dimming down, they start looking shady. Plus, it doesn't help that the urchin is right there. The tuxedo is all crawling around and pissing them off. I just spotted an Aptasia. Yay. So hopefully the bird guys are still in there. If not, I need to get some more, or maybe throw some glue on that guy. This torch guy is actually double in size during full lights on, but the lights have been ramping down for, I don't know, about 2 hours now. The Setosa was starting to STN, but it has now subsided. I know the urchin was up there fucking with it for a little bit. Not sure what's going on, but the STN has stopped and it seems to be regrowing tissue. Everything is just kind of just growing out right now. I haven't really changed the light schedule or anything. Only thing I've done is water change last week. Probably going to do a water change tomorrow. I know my phosphates the last time I checked were 0.08. Nitrates were 4 ppm. Alkalinity had actually jumped up to 9.2 from 8.3 over 2.5 weeks time. So I cut my dosing back in half from 5 mils of 2-part a day to just 2.5 mils a day. That way it's not ramping up so high, and then when I do my water change, that water mixes at 8.0 and I dose that up to about 8.3. So my magic number is between 8.3 and 8.5. You know, I'm fine with that. I really don't want to go above 9.2 and no lower than 7.8. So I'm not really going to try to chase those numbers too much. I just want to keep them stable and steady. But you guys know this, so I'm rambling. Here we are 12 minutes in and I fucking rambled your ear off for 12 minutes. Let's talk about some changes that we're going to make. Here's Reptile, Godzilla's tank. He is getting a bigger frill. We added some cork bark. I turned the lights off probably about right before this video. It's 100 degrees outside, 70% humidity. I just gave him a bath. He seemed to really like it. We added some cork bark, waterfall, if you guys haven't seen that. So moving on. You can't even see it because the lights are out. The pest tank. So this pest tank will either be moving over here to that shelf, or it will be going in the stand, and we will be moving that stand over here to the right of the TV where I have my fish food dosing test kit cabinet, blah blah blah, brine shrimp hatchery. This will be getting moved and that stand will be going in its place. And on that stand, we will be putting, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Gotta go run upstairs. So we will be putting this on there. This is a 24 by 24 by 6 inch frag tank. So it's about 15 gallons. I picked it up from a local reefer along with this useless overflow. And I'll tell you why it's useless in a minute. But I got it for $40. Steal of a deal. Asked the guy why he was getting rid of it for so cheap. He said he paid $250, $260 for it. He just said he's not using it and he'd like to see someone else put it to use. So $40 and it was mine. So he gave me this overflow piece. I mean, it's a good overflow. but he used it before and he cut the bulkhead off. And now in order to use it again, you need to put a new bulkhead in there. And it's only about 2 inches of room. I'd have to saw a new bulkhead to fit it in there. And then I think once I sawed it and got it in there, I don't think it'd be thick enough for me to even tighten it down enough to use it. You know, with the thickness of this acrylic, the thickness of this box, you know, plus the overflow and the O-ring, I'd have probably a 1/4 inch sticking out. So I did think of an idea, was to drill, put this against the back wall, you know, trace a circle and then drill for a smaller bulkhead, and then actually glue the actual box over the bulkhead I drilled in the tank, and just glue this to the box to be a permanent overflow. But I didn't know if I wanted to damage the tank that much or reduce the bulkhead as much as that. So I put out a feeler on the local forum looking for an X-Aqua in and out, and this was after doing research and looking at the sizes of the different overflows, and I found this one. I didn't really see too many people using them, at least local to me. I put a feeler out if anyone in the local area had one. A guy had 2 of them brand new, so we hit each other up. Went and picked it up about 3 hours ago. It was brand new, still in the wrapper. Picked it up. So overall, I checked it out. It's got this little plastic screen that's removable. It's got just one drain. Come on camera. One drain and one return. This is a drain guard. It's concave. It's supposed to help reduce blockages. So I plan on just putting zoas and any corals that overgrow in the lagoon tank into the frag tank. So I don't really plan on putting cleanup crew or anything like that in there. I mean, eventually I probably will, to be honest with you. But to begin with, I don't plan on having anything in there that can possibly go down the overflow besides maybe some loose mushrooms or corals. I don't plan on putting a cucumber in there or anything, so hopefully one will work out. We're gonna have to see. I originally was thinking putting 2 on, one as a backup. Ultimately I want to have super low flow through this tank. I will, after thinking about it a lot, plumbing this tank into the lagoon tank, which will add 15 extra gallons to the lagoon. I've thought about it having a completely separate setup from the lagoon tank. That way if there's issues in the lagoon or issues in the frag tank, they'll be separate from each other. I could pull corals out of the lagoon, put them in the frag tank. Hopefully one does better in the one tank than the other. I mean, that would be nice, but in all reality, I'd have to go buy another sump, Brock, you know, just for the bioload, a chiller. It has been hot, 100 degrees here, 70% humidity. My chiller is kicking on 24/7 pretty much. Try not to run my AC and just deal with the heat, but I want to try to utilize my skimmer that's on my tank, on the lagoon tank. I want to utilize a chiller, I want to utilize a heater, as well as my apex probes. So I decided I could save myself a lot of money if I just ran an overflow, plumbed it to the lagoon. I'd be adding 15 more gallons to the lagoon, be using the lagoon's bioload. They'd have the same water for both systems. The downside to that is, you know, if I got new corals and put them in the frag tank and the pests got into the main tank, you know, I try to do my due diligence. Well, that was a big word, did you hear that? As far as, you know, inspecting for pests, removing frag plugs, dipping. Still, we can do all those things, and pests can get in the tanks, and pests do find their way in the tanks, such as the Aptasia I just found 10 minutes ago. But overall, I think that my skimmer is sized big enough to where it won't affect the skimmer. I'll be able to use the bioload from the IM25 tank, as well as a chiller. I won't have to purchase another chiller or an ice probe to keep this thing cool. it is sized large enough to where it will handle 15 extra gallons. The downside is I'm gonna have to plumb it, and I'm gonna run this system on its own return pump, so hopefully by doing that it won't affect the flow in the lagoon tank, because I'll have two separate pumps in the return section of the sump, one running the frag tank and one running the lagoon tank. So if I'm not making any sense, I apologize. Quick story about this power bar. My wife almost burnt the house down. I had this plugged in the wall and it was hooked up on our couch. The wire got trapped between the recliners, and I have the electric reclining seats. Someone, I'm not going to mention who, went to recline the seat. The cord actually got stuck in the track and sliced the cord right down the middle, causing it to arc onto the metal and shoot sparks out in my living room for about 7 minutes until the breaker popped, which I was surprised it took that long. And shorted out the circuits in the wall. I had to rewire my couch. I did salvage this electrical bar, rewired it, cut it, splice it all back together. I didn't have solder, so we just used the old electrical capway. So this is going to be you know, a water change power bar, or something else that will fry me. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be used for, okay, I need a extension cord, or I need a couple outlets to sand something, and I don't know. I just don't want to throw it away. It still works. And as you're probably noticing to the right here, got some LED lights. So I've been wanting these for a while now. I didn't think they were available. I've seen Reef Girl put out a video, talking about, I think she had like some 48-inch ones or something, and I was surprised she was able to get them because I haven't seen them for sale anywhere. Contacted the company. Reef Girl has a great review on these lights, by the way. I have not opened them. The devastating news happened last week when these arrived, and I just kind of threw them in here and didn't even want to open them. So when I unbox them and light them up, you guys, I'll let you check them out. I'll tell you what I think about them. But supposedly these are Reef Bright killers. I've seen nothing but great things with this company. The talk about these lights is amazing. I'm going to be using them to light the frag tank. I may pick up 2 more of these. I'm going to try 2 out to start. If you pre-order, talk to Tommy. You get 20 bucks off the actual price once they come to market. And he will get them out to you. And he's pretty good at staying in contact with you and keeping you informed on what's going on. So thank you, Tommy, for getting these out to me so quick. I haven't opened them up yet. I will. They're going to go over this tank. I need to figure out like a light mount. And I need to decide if they're going to be strong enough to grow zoas, euphyllias, softies, and LPS. Really, if I did any SPS, it'd be just like beginner stuff like setosas and montiporas, or easy bird's nest. But I don't plan on diving deep into the SPS world this time around. I want to keep it simple, keep it easy, and keep it colorful. That was my goal for this tank. Have a Zoa tank. I've done well with Zoas in the past, but I've only been able to keep them alive for about 3 months. So I want to see if I can keep a Zoa tank going for a couple years. Frag out, throw them in the frag tank. Some euphyllias, throw them in the frag tank. Use those frags to trade with other reefers, ship them out to people, sell a few to help pay for the cost of some of the equipment or things I do down the line. I was thinking with these Orphic lights, maybe I'll put Hydra 26 in the middle of them. Maybe I'll put a couple Al Primes. Is that overkill? Probably. I was thinking maybe it'd just look super clean if I just did like 2 of them. 2's not enough. Maybe get 2 more. Get a UV. Get another Blue Plus. These are both Blue Plus. I like that icy 18 to 20K look. Have Haven't seen any negative side effects from that icy look. I just love it. A lot of people complain it bugs their eyes. Get some new eyes, people. No, I'm just kidding. So we'll check these out. If I think I need more, maybe I'll just get 2 more of these. That way it looks the same. I'm kind of got OCD like that. I will probably have to make a canopy for these. Some type of light stand. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to mount these yet. I know Reef Girl had a pretty awesome way to mount hers, but she was using T5s and these, so I'd like to just run all these. I was at the store today and I almost got a Hydra HD, or a Hydra, or the AI Prime. I walked out and said, you know what, I don't need it. We've got to see how these work first. I don't think they're going to be a problem growing Zoas and LPS and Softies, so there's your update. Sorry for the delay in videos. One last thing, the refresh waste away program, I have stopped dosing that on the 11th of July. 7/11. 7/11's birthday. Speaking of birthdays, mine's on Monday. Send me some corals, send me some cash, send me an Al Prime, send me a Hydra 26, send me a sump and a return pump. That's a great gift. I'm not gonna complain. Nah, I'm just kidding. You ain't gotta send me nothing. But Monday's my birthday. Go figure. 40 years old. Anyways, refresh, waste away. August 1st, I will be resuming a 1-dose week 1, or August 1st, I'm going to get 1 dose of refresh. August 8th, I will be doing 1 dose of waste away. Then I will not be doing any dosing of both of these until September 1st. September 9th. So once a month, just to eat up any inorganics on the rocks, add some beneficial bacteria and some different nurtrifying bacteria. So 2 different types of bacteria in those bottles. So far, what I've seen from it, I can't go wrong. So we're going to keep going with it, see how it does with the tank. Ramble, 27 minutes long. Should I edit this video? Probably. Sorry for the length of the video. I'm going to give you another 2.5 minutes of ramble time. That way we're at an even 30 minutes. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to talk about? The reefing art case. The case is cool. The little insert thing is cool. So far I like it. What do you guys think? This is just the orange lens with the anti-glare lens. Cell phone, Galaxy S9 Plus. All you hackers out there, get into my phone. Here's a cool little reaper, actually carved from a piece of cow bone. You can hear the chiller is in action right now. Sitting at 79 degrees on the tank. I think I have it set to 77. New salt's great. Got a couple more boxes coming. I didn't plan on doing so many water changes, but with the 15 new gallons of water, I've been doing 4 gallons on that thing. I did it twice, 2 weeks in a row now. I know I said I was going to do it once a month. Probably do 1 more water change tomorrow, see how the 8 cans respond to that. Test for the phosphates, see if those drop, the nitrates drop. I've been feeding a little bit heavier than normal, but I've been kind of weaning off the pellet food just because that is more concentrated, which, you know, in my opinion will raise your phosphates and nitrates quicker. My skimmer, after doing a water change, I need to dial it down for the first day because it just wants to overflow, and then after a day get the slime coat back, then I can turn it back up. So I'm still playing around with that. I wish I could just not even have to mess with it, but after I clean it and every water change, it just goes crazy. So once again, if anybody could tell me what these are, they are blue centers with orange skirts, orangish red skirts, maybe Spider-Man's or something. You can let me know. Sorry about the zoom and the focus. That's another good gift idea. You can give me a freaking camera. Alright, you guys ain't got to get me nothing. I just appreciate you guys checking out the channel. There we are, 30 minutes, folks. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Even if it's bad, I'll try to respond. And hope you guys have a great Sunday. Great work week coming up. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all your support. Once again, big shout out to Sergio Cruz, my beloved ironworker brother. For real talk, I'm gonna miss you, man, and I love you. Rest in peace. And when I see you again, brother, we're gonna hit it off hard. So you're in all of our thoughts, prayers, and I just am devastated and can't stop thinking about just what happened and why. So we'll get through this, and we're doing what we can to make sure your family's all right. And to all my co-workers, you know, you're my brothers too, and I love you too. And we need to be our brothers' keepers and watch out for each other. And I don't know what to say. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Sergio Cruz, I love you. Hope you guys have a good night, good weekend, following work week. Drama D out. You like that? Drama D out. Yeah. Peace out.